Welcome to Booze and Glues, a justifiable excuse for two friends to spend time together, cross crafts off their to-do list, and, of course, drink. With glue guns and wine glasses at the ready, join Jessye Shepherd and Tabitha Davis as they attempt to simultaneously chat, craft, chug and charm. Will they consume alcohol? Definitely. Will they actually accomplish anything? Debatably. Will they bitch and complain? Inevitably. Will it be a bloody good time? Absolutely. And if things don't turn out just as planned, well, that's okay too. Because booze!
We're back.
Hello.
That's Jessye Shepherd.
That was me trying to be quiet.
High-pitched quiet. Hey. I'm Tabitha Davis.
I'm Jessye Shepherd.
And this is Booze and Glues.
Booze and Glues.
What are we working on this week?
Well, we switched crafts.
That's right. Yeah, because last week Jessye busted out all of her Christmas cards and Christmas tags like a pro. So fast.
Well, they're not even close to done.
They're a lot closer to done than mine are.
Okay, that is true.
So, and I did different seasonal frame pictures to get us through the holidays. So, we're swapping. I'm working on my Christmas cards.
And I'm working on my seasonal frames.
I'm being noisy. So, we're both basically doing the same type of Christmas card, which is punch out a image on the paper above and put washi tape behind. Because we're really into washi tape this year.
We love washi tape. I don't think that love is going away, to be honest.
I know. I was wondering because I was thinking back and I've had I have lots of craft things. But I have all this whole collection of designer paper that I got when I was doing Stampin' Up! And stuff. And I was thinking about I used to slice it up sometimes and put it in the background of an image, much like we're doing with washi tape. And I'm what's the difference really, except that washi tape is already sticky?
Right.
And I like the tape thing because I am always I'm reluctant to really... Do you want some scissors?
Oh, this is working.
Okay. I'm always reluctant to really bust into a piece of paper for a strip.
Right.
So,
yeah, and then you just have not a full pice of paper and you're like, what am I
now
gonna
it's a
do
scrap.
with
What do I do
this?
with it? Yeah.
Yeah, I totally get that.
So, I was going to make a mock-up of this card like you did, but I kind of want to cut one and measure it and see if it looks better, if it kind of more fully fits on the card. My other option is I could always cut my pre-bought cards. I'm cheating. I got prefab cards. Okay.
That's what I did.
Transmonster. This is 5x7. What sizes should I cut this into to make it fit? I thought I did that earlier and then no. You're the math guy.
Why, are you not paying attention?
How are you not invested in our crafts, Brad? I think what I need is a 4x6 piece. No?
For what?
Is that a half inch, do you think?
Okay, what's the size of the card?
5x7.
And you want, how much of a border?
If I do, 4.5 by 6.5, then I'll have a 1/4 inch border. And I think I would actually like more of a half inch. So if I do 4x6,
yeah,
then I should have 2 out of each piece of paper at least. I should have got 12x12s. If I was going to do 4x6, I could have got more pieces. This doesn't seem right.
Maybe that's what I had, is 12
this doesn't
inch
seem right
pieces.
At all. It fits more evenly.
That's right. That's even.
Yeah? I think that's okay. Well, I'll do 4x6s then. I guess. Anywho. Enough with the boring stuff. What's going on in our lives, Jessye?
God, nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing, exciting, really.
So, last night at trivia, It was animals. And my dad has been studying really hard, like, all week. Or maybe for 2 weeks, because he was really wanted to, like, do well. And
on
he can't
animals?
Yeah, and he can't remember anything, so he has to, like, read it 5 times before he'll absorb it. And, so he, like, in between rounds was just, you know, peppering us with his animal knowledge. And he's like, hey, what do you... So a peacock is a boy of that species. What do you call the girl?
I didn't know there was a difference.
What do you think you call the girl?
Pea vagina.
I said it was a pea.
Oh, okay.
But apparently it's a peahen.
That's lame.
Mine sounds better, right? I mean, peacock, peacock.
I like yours better.
They go together. That looks so cute.
I'm not getting all crazy like you.
I'm going to make you redo mine. I know. I, like, made the leaf green and the stem brown and then made the pumpkin, like, vertical lines, and it was totally insane.
It looks way cute, like in your picture that you posted.
It's very complicated, though.
It looks good.
Yeah, Jesse's just going for all oranges. Some of them are kind of copper.
Yeah, I kind of like this cool color.
Yeah, it's really cute. What are we drinking?
I don't know. Something with skulls or something on it.
Yeah. It's called Reaper, and it's red wine. And I honestly can't remember where I bought it. Maybe Costco?
Oh, I have a good Costco story when you're done talking about the wine.
Oh, that was pretty much it. I bought it because it has cute skulls and red and fun stuff on it. It's a cute bottle.
That's why we buy wine.
That's how I buy wine.
Cute bottles.
Okay, what happened at Costco?
So I'm at Costco, and we've been going to Costco a little bit lately. I'm trying to be better about, like, you know, I've always had a hard time with Costco because you have to buy so much of whatever you're buying, right? Yes. But I'm trying to be better about, like, buying in bulk, stuff that, like, you know, nothing that I am not going to use, but just stuff that I know I'll use and can keep and, you know, is ultimately cheaper because you're buying in bulk. Mm-hmm. And so we're at Costco, and I go to, like, get rung up, and the lady takes my card. You know, they always take your card, and she scans it or whatever she does, and she, like, calls for the manager. She's like, a manager! And I'm like,
oh, jeez.
Okay. Like, what is happening here? And, but she's still, like, ringing up my stuff, so I'm, like, not really worried that, like, they're not gonna sell to me. I'm like, what's wrong? Like, I paid my, like, dues, you know? And, so the guy comes over, he's like, ma'am, he's like, it looks like, he called me ma'am, which, first of all, was funny. I don't know if I've ever been called that before.
Really?
And probably I have, but.
That's funny.
And he's like, ma'am, it looks like you guys have gotten to the point that where you spend enough money that you qualify for, like, our executive
program. God, they're selling everything at Costco now. It drives me nuts.
But I did it.
Yeah.
Because they get you, he's like, if we don't send you a check for at least, so he's like, you pay $40 today, right? Yeah. He's like, at the end of your year, if we don't give you a check for $40, you just come back and we give you your $40 back.
Right.
And I'm like, whatever.
Well, what they do is they send you a check for the difference. So if you don't make $40 back in a rebate, then they pay for the difference of whatever.
Oh, he told me I would have to come in.
Oh no, they just send it to you in the mail. I don't know. I've done it and then not done it, and then they talk me into it again, and then I don't do it again. And ultimately, I end up, like, yes, going to Costco and spending a shit ton of money, but I only do it, like, every couple months. I think they think that, oh, you're in here every month spending $500, which I'm not. I try to avoid it.
Yeah.
I can't get out of Costco without spending at least $300.
Really? I'm about a 150 girl.
Oh, I wish. It's scary every time I go in there.
But yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to, like, get my vitamins there. Yeah. I'm trying to get dog food there. I'm trying to get
things. Yeah, you don't necessarily need a 5-gallon tub of mayonnaise, but
right.
you can get other things in bulk.
Yeah, they have lots of like just good food. Like they have these like pre-marinated like chicken drumsticks that Blake and I are like obsessed with now.
Yeah, they do have a lot of good food, and I actually like to buy meat there for the most part because I feel like it's really, I don't know, sanitary.
Yeah,
you can see. I like that you can like see. They have giant windows into their butcher shop, so you like know what's up. Why are you? Oh my gosh, that's so cute. He doesn't have a mic. Because he's going to Disneyland.
You're going to Disneyland?
He's going on a Disney cruise. He's going to stand awkwardly in the background of other people's photos.
Oh, that's right, with your friend.
Can you do mine again?
You silly goose.
It's so cute. I love it.
See, I think like here it's a little awkward. Like where it goes from trunk to leaf.
Oh. No, I think it's good.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you could just put a little sliver of a different color in the leaf or something, just to mix it up. But I think it's really cute.
I'm over it.
I wish I had more fabulous orange colors when I did mine.
What am I gonna put on the bottom?
Stripe.
Of what though?
Or we could get you a stamp out that says like thanks.
Or write something.
Oh, yeah, because you have stupid, cute handwriting. You could write something. Damn you, Jessye. Do you want nice, fancy Stampin' Up! Markers to write something?
Maybe at one point. We don't have to do that at this moment.
You could put... Oh, I think because mine was a little high like that, too. I just put a strip and I, like, punched it with a border punch. So it just was like a fancy strip of paper.
Oh.
You could do that if you want. Ribbon, twine. So many options.
Yeah, but twine doesn't really fit in a frame so good all the time.
Yeah, that's true. Plus, I like to stack all my things in there so I don't have to store them somewhere else. Look what I'm going to do with my extra chunks of paper after I cut these into 4x6s and waste tags. Make my own dang tags. Because I do like to... I wrap my presents every year mostly in brown paper. And then I put ribbon on them.
Well, so see, this year, since I'm, like, kind of being on top of things, kind of being a key word here.
You're being way more on top of stuff than I am, and I'm usually way on top of stuff.
It is surprising.
Shut up, Brad.
Tab's always on top of things, guys.
What are you doing with your... You
already
bought...
You know,
you're already wrapping presents.
No, hell no. I made the tags, right?
Yes.
And then I don't understand where I got these from.
It doesn't matter.
And then
I'm kind of thinking I'm gonna because I have like boxes of like seasonal cookie cutters and sprinkles for every holiday. I'm kind of thinking I'm gonna end up with washi tape boxes too because this shit's out of control.
You're buying quite a bit of it, Tabitha. I made my tags, right? And oh my gosh, they look so great with that too from Stamp, by the way. I just love it.
Oh, cute. Awesome.
And so then on Amazon I ordered white wrapping paper and teal curling ribbon.
Oh, that'll be cute. It'll be all very, very themed.
It's gonna be themed. It's gonna be crazy.
Are you gonna do your tree themed? No. I like to do themed trees. It's fun.
I have so many I don't know how. I'm not even that old, but I have so many ornaments that I have a hard time not putting on.
Yeah.
That my mom's given me
a lot of ornaments. Well, my grandma did this cool thing when we were kids that every year at Christmas she would buy ornaments. So she had 8 grandkids. She would buy 8 ornaments and of all the same ornament, and then she'd put the year on them. And then she would save them, and then as we turned, she used them to decorate her tree. And then as we all turned 18, she gave us each a box of our own ornaments that were on her tree, our whole life growing up. And then it was cute. You automatically had Christmas ornaments, and they were already memories.
That's a really sweet idea.
I know, it's a really good idea.
Blake and I have been trying to make an ornament every year.
Oh, that's fun.
So yeah, this has been pretty cool.
I mean, we buy an ornament every year, like a new ornament.
Yeah, I told my mom to keep her eye out for like this is the Christmas we were engaged ornament, you know.
Oh, right. They probably have those at Hallmark. My grandma's always really good about finding those things.
They had one at Kohl's. I went to Kohl's yesterday, and it was all right, but I didn't really like it.
We could make one.
We could.
I haven't been to Kohl's in forever.
We hardly ever go to Kohl's, but Blake wanted to look at shoes, and
he thought that was the place to do it.
Yeah, which is fine. So we went to
enough.
Kohl's. And then he bought shoes, and I didn't like them. And then he got mad at me that I don't support his decisions. Not like really mad, you know. It was like a playful mad.
Mm-hmm.
And then so he decided with me last night that he didn't like him. He was going to return them. And then today got home from work and says, "I'm wearing the shoes tomorrow." I'm like, okay, I don't care. But he bought like trail running Nikes for work. And like, I don't doubt that they're comfortable, but like the bottom layer is like spikes.
Right.
For like running like in the park.
And, I mean, he's standing on concrete all day, right? Yeah, that's might not be super comfortable, but you know.
So yeah, so I said, I'm like, it's not that I don't like them, like they're cute, but it doesn't make sense to me. And I don't want you to like wear shoes one day and realize that walking on concrete in trail running shoes
is not the most comfortable thing.
The greatest.
Well, now he's drawn a line in the sand, so even if it's not, he's gonna have to keep wearing them.
Exactly. So, you know.
I mean, what are you going to do?
Yeah. He also tried some pants on, which is really cool. So, I don't know if I've ever talked to you about Blake's legs, but he's got like thick legs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just thick. Why are you laughing? It's a true story.
He's got that ghetto booty.
He got a booty. But like his legs are big, and he's always told me, I can't wear slim jeans. I can't wear slim jeans. And I'm like, so he always wears these massive jeans that don't do anything for him. And so
I hate jeans.
Yesterday I made him try on a pair of slim jeans,
Mm-hmm.
and they look so good.
But
I
are
was
they
like,
comfortable?
Yeah, he's like, well, these are stretchy.
Aww.
And I'm like, yeah, the tighter the jeans get, the stretchier they get, because you got to be able to move in them.
Are you trying to turn him into a hipster?
No, he didn't even look hipster.
Did you get him a bow tie?
I did not get him a bow tie. But we're going to go look for, like, little outfits tomorrow
Like
for our pictures.
Oh, okay. I was like wedding outfits?
No, but we might know where that's happening, by the way.
Oh, yay. Making progress. Yeah. How long is that?
Yeah, making progress.
That is exciting. There's something going on outside. Sounds like
Can you
people are
hear that?
rolling their trash cans around or something.
Oh, that could be.
Well,
I feel really bad for my neighbors because the time of the
Thunderous.
day that I decide to do my trash cans is usually like 11 at night or something.
no, me too.
I think I'm really hurt.
I think you are too.
I thought I was getting better, but it hurts.
Well, you know, they say that like the second day hurts worse.
Well, I did on Friday. It's been a week.
Oh, well. Well, they say that the second week hurts worse. We're both all beat up and sad. Well, I mean, my neck hurts worse today for sure, and it's the second day since I comically fell off of our podcasting stool.
Oh,
It was pretty ridiculous.
my coworker fell off her office chair yesterday.
Yikes.
I know. I'm just like, why is everybody falling in my life?
Yeah. Well,
Brad, don't fall.
Don't
Brad,
break a hip,
be
Brad.
safe. Be safe.
Brad was very gracious and just was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And then he was like, "Okay, like I'm gonna turn around and pretend this didn't happen."
I'm gonna turn around. Okay, goodbye.
I think the best part was like I was holding my dog, so I was trying to protect him. I didn't want to fall on him or anything, and so there was no way of like putting my health or anything remotely like that. And when I fell, I like one leg was still kind of stuck up on top of the stool, so I was like kind of spread eagle, ridiculously.
Spread eagle.
It was bad.
Alrighty then.
But,
I wish I was there.
stuff happens.
Y'all are like the two best friends that anyone could have. I'm like a little jealous.
I know. Well, now you know how I feel last week when I thought you guys were hanging out without me. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, so I'm going to just use all my little scraps to make a bunch of extra tags. That'll be fun.
I love it. You're not wasting nothing.
No, I am getting kind of toasty, though. I always feel like it starts off like I'm cool in here, and then after, like, a smidge of recording, must be, like, the equipment or something. I'm like...
Or all of us. I mean...
Just lots of human bodies in a
three
small
of us
space.
in the room just chilling with all the doors and windows shut.
Yeah.
I wish we had like an audio track. That way, as soon as you take it off, you just click a button.
Oh. He wants to do... I thought... Doesn't that have effects?
Does it not have something we could turn on?
Well, it has an effects, but
No.
we don't have any effects programmed.
Oh, gotcha.
Well, let's make it. Let's program it.
I took my sweater off, is what Brad was saying. So he was gonna be obscene.
Woo! Even though your husband is in another room.
We can have him do it.
Watching the football. He could just make the noises.
We just make the noises.
Blake
Yeah.
also hurt his neck.
Oh, what did he do?
He has no idea. He thinks it's from sleeping. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. No, I sometimes wake up and, like, can't turn my head at all.
But you don't think it's like, well, but you also, like, have a history of,
Yeah. No, I have whiplash injuries and stuff, so.
Like,
Definitely.
Blake doesn't.
But how long has it been hurting? I mean, you could definitely just get, like, a crick in your neck. And
Oh, just last night. But, like, you should see him move. He's like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, okay, you look like a weirdo.
No, I get that for sure. I mean, your neck is one of those things that you can't not use.
That is very true.
Like, it's always working because it's balancing, like, your skull and brain.
Yeah, and your brain's kind of, like, big.
And it literally, the muscles are always moving. Like, they're always trying to balance. So, I mean, it's definitely not something that you... It's not like if you hurt your arm and you put it in a sling and then you just don't use it, you know?
Yeah.
So, I feel for you, Blake. It's no fun. Oh, I was like, I thought I did more of these.
Merry Christmas
Oh.
and happy holidays.
Okay. Yeah, I think you know how I feel about boy bands. But I'm not going to lie, I do have the Instant Christmas album.
Yeah. Wait, how do you feel about boy bands?
I fucking hate boy bands.
What? I didn't know this.
You haven't heard me moan and just be all upset every time, like, I'm like, always like, oh no. Every time a Backstreet Boys song comes on.
No.
I can't with
Apparently
that.
that's never happened, and that really, really upsets me.
Yeah, it really colors your attitude about me now, huh? I mean, I like some NSYNC songs. I can't stand Backstreet Boys. Like, just never could. I want to get that one blonde guy and just fucking chop his hair off.
I'm not sure.
Jesse's speechless.
I don't know if we can be friends.
We can still be friends. We just can't listen to Backstreet Boys together.
Wow, I gotta tell Blake. He's gonna be so disappointed.
Yeah, well, you know, y'all can get together with Adam and reminisce.
Yeah, I know Adam likes him.
When the Backstreet Boys were really popular, I was, like, into, like, Cake and Sublime and, you know, I mean, I don't know. The Offspring. Like, I was always into, like, slightly more alternative type musics. I was also never, like, a poster, like, person. Like, oh, I have posters of cute boys on my wall. Nah.
I definitely had Lance Bass.
Skip.
Lance Bass was my man.
Oh my gosh.
He's
Okay.
gay.
Speaking of Lance Bass, now I think our listeners may be aware that Jessye is not big on podcast consumption.
I'm not.
Um,
Zero amounts,
And
ladies and gents.
I know that you have tried before
Oh God, are you gonna try to tell me about a podcast?
to listen to Anna Faris, who you really like, right?
I've tried hers.
I know, but have you listened to the episode with Lance Bass on it?
I have not.
Because
done
that was the first episode of hers I ever listened to, and then I was like, oh yeah, I like this. It's pretty great. He's super, like, he's so, like, chill and funny, and I'm like, I could be friends with this dude.
I think he seems like a pretty cool dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I've known it since I was like 8, but
Well, you should try it. You should give it a shot. You never know.
I also really like Dax Shepard, and I didn't like that episode, so
That's the episode you listened to?
yeah.
I haven't listened to the episode with him on it. Maybe it's awful.
I don't know. I like watch YouTube videos of him like all day and all night, and love him so.
All day and all night, huh?
Yeah.
Mm.
This YouTube has been like my thing lately, man. Like, I can't get off of it.
It's bad. I mean, I will like turn YouTube on to like watch one specific video, and then pretty soon like 2 hours have gone by. You just fall in the hole
I
and
do.
you can't claw your way back out.
It's embarrassing.
It's rough.
It's real hard. To,
How many Christmas cards did you make?
I'm making like 80 or something.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Well, they're gonna be my save the dates, remember?
Oh, that's right. That's right. And we're gonna do pictures.
Oh, I can't put 2 Christmas trees next to each other.
What were you thinking? I really like the like colors that you got going on.
I like them so far.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Jessye just has impeccable taste, you guys.
you know, it's like a real, it's like a curse.
It's a curse. You just don't know how
It's like Blake
hard
wearing a
it is
baseball
to be
hat.
so pretty.
I've been doing this new thing at work, like, because we pretty much it's all girls at work, and you know when you get girls together and
Things
you know,
get real nasty.
well, no,
Pillow fights, underwear Brad. That's what happens.
yeah, every time at work that always happens for sure.
Practicing kissing.
We don't want to destroy his illusions.
But yeah, like, so you wear a new outfit and everybody has to tell you, like, oh my gosh, you look so cute today, right?
Well, you look fucking cute every day.
Oh, well, thanks. So you like my outfit today?
I do.
Well, thanks. And,
I wish I had your thighs.
whoa.
I like your thighs. Is that weird?
No? Okay. But so, you know how girls take compliments? They're always like, thank you. Like, I got this shirt, like, for $3 or something. And, like sometimes
you can't just say thank you.
Right. And, like, sometimes I
appreciate it.
feel like I don't like it, but, like, I keep it and I keep trying it. So, like, thanks for saying, like, it looks good because it, like, helps. I always feel like I have to, like, I can't just be like, thanks.
Or explain. Yeah.
So we had, like, a discussion at work once. Somebody brought it up, like, why can't girls just, like, take a fucking compliment? And so we decided that we were all going to try, like, when somebody said something about what you were wearing, that you were going to say, like,
Oh,
thanks.
thank you.
And so I've been trying it, but I, like, of course, go overboard on everything. So I always go, thanks. And I flip my hair and walk away.
And now they're like, she's a bitch.
I'm like, I'm not going to say anything about my outfit. Sometimes I'll come back later and I'll be like, oh my gosh, I got this at TJ Maxx. I think they still have some if you want.
Let me just explain real quick.
No.
Yeah, I used to, like, every time someone would give me a compliment, I would, like, say something, like, disparaging about myself.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know how to accept a compliment and then not be, like, also...
Spread eagle. Spread eagle.
Slim jeans, Brad.
It's a good
Slim fit, apparently. So, yeah, I would always just be like... Oh, gosh, you know, somebody would be like, oh, your hair's really cute. Oh, gosh, it needs to be dyed. So
Yeah,
bad.
right?
Or,
Yeah.
you know, if somebody said I was pretty or something, I just couldn't take it. I would just be like, okay, like, well, you know, like, and so I think at one point I just decided, like, I'm not going to do that anymore. Like,
Yeah.
it's uncomfortable for the person who's giving you a compliment.
Because then they feel like they've got to be like, oh, no.
Oh, no.
You would
you're
never
fi-
could
yeah.
tell.
Yeah.
Your hair, like, I wouldn't have ever known you were blah,
And-
blah, blah.
At some point, and I think it was, like, another woman I knew who was like, you have to learn to just take a compliment. Like, just take a nice compliment. And so I think probably when I was kind of in my mid-20s, I just decided, like, if somebody gives me a compliment, I'm just going to say thank you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just going to say thank you and smile. because it was really difficult to do for a long time.
Yeah. I don't know why we all like learn that it's.
Because
I
we
think
do
I
it.
always felt like it made it seem like you like were cocky.
We're being
If
humble
you-
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, it's
It
okay to
doesn't-
just say thank you.
Like I tell people I like a skirt all the time, and I'm not looking for them to tell me how ugly they think they are.
Yeah, or that you're like fishing for them to then reciprocate.
Right.
Like, oh well, but you, I don't know.
Like, we can,
It's a weird thing, and I think we just do it. So we teach our daughters to do it by like action. We don't tell them
Right.
to do it, but they see that's how we respond, and so then they do it, and it just continues on.
definitely.
Break the cycle.
Just take a damn compliment. You look good. Yeah, so that's
Fuck
my
the
new thing.
patriarchy.
I just flip my hair and walk away.
Flip my hair and walk away. We need to make that a we need like an acronym for that. Flip your hair and walk away. So we can say that to each other in like code. Or in text messages.
Yeah. How?
Because I like
what is
that.
it?
I don't know.
Flip. It's like that commercial. We be Sadibo.
Yeah. That's what I was. Can we make it say something?
FYHAWA.
FYHAWA?
Yeah.
FYHAWA? And walk away?
Oh,
Or
I
you
didn't
just say
I didn't
the
do
and.
but we could do FYHAWA or
Flip your hair. FYHAWA. And walk away. Flip your hair and walk away, Brad.
FYHAWA. Brad's pretty good at the hair
I
flip.
know, he has a good hair flip.
I made a Christmas tree.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Now I love yours more than
Oh
mine.
my gosh, I hate when you do that. That's not a compliment. That's just
No.
dissing yourself.
It's just me being jealous. And I'm blatantly being jealous. Very cute. So I think when I did mine, I didn't necessarily go like red, green, red, green. And you kind of did. And I like that. So I think when I do my trees for my cards, I'm going to go more pattern style. It does look like an adorable quilt or something. that
the tree's
your
really
grandma
cute.
made. You know?
This is like cute, but like I love the tree.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, I'm kind of
FYHAWA.
I'm like at the point where I'm kind of getting over Christmas or not Christmas.
Wow,
Thanks-
I
no.
was like, we are not even at
Long holiday.
Thanksgiving.
Oh my gosh, I have called Halloween Thanksgiving like 12 times. I cannot keep my holidays straight. I'm real confused. This is not right. What am I doing?
I get so frustrated that everybody's like, skip the Thanksgiving.
No, I like Thanksgiving. I mean, if you noticed when you came in today, all my Halloween decorations are down.
Yeah, you're very orange in here. I love it
and
a lot.
all my fall stuff is up. I definitely like that, but then I'm also a little bit like, well, I could get the Christmas tree out and
I
set
won't.
it up.
I mean, no, I do it on December 1st, actually. It's not even right after Thanksgiving.
I like to do it the weekend after Thanksgiving, like that weekend. I
We're
used to always
traveling.
go cut one that weekend,
Um,
but I like to put it up the weekend after Thanksgiving. And like in my family, we always put our Christmas lights up really early, and then we turn them on Thanksgiving night. And there was partially a reason for that because if you waited until like December, then there'd be so much snow you couldn't do stuff. So yeah.
we're going to Eugene Thanksgiving weekend to go
Celebrate my birthday.
I'm gonna be out of town. We're going to Oregon Ducks versus Oregon Beavers game. It's going to be insane.
Nice.
Yeah, Blake's dad
Those
got
ducks
the
are gonna
tickets.
rape those beavers.
Hope so.
Because the forced copulation of the ducks. It's a real problem. Mallards specifically.
Cool.
They're just like dolphins.
Yeah, no, Blake's dad got us the tickets, and this is like my favorite story. I love Blake's little brother. He's like just the sweetest
You know what's so funny?
human.
I hadn't seen really any pictures of him in a super long time. Like I'd seen one
He's
from like
gorgeous.
Easter of like all of you guys a couple years ago.
Right.
And then I saw his sister posted a picture of her and what is his name?
Aiden.
Aiden. There we go. together, and I was like, oh my gosh, he is a little cutie.
He is beautiful. He's like one of the most gorgeous little kids I've ever seen in my life.
He's pretty adorable.
And he's also sweet as can be. So
that goes a long way.
Blake's dad got 4 tickets to this game, right? So he's like, Blake, I'm taking you, your sister, and your brother, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool.
That's fine.
And
Family thing.
right. And so he told Aiden about it, and he's like, who's going? You know, he's like, you and Blake and Kenzie. And he's like, well, what about Jessye? And he's like, well, I could only get 4 tickets. You know, like,
Yeah.
that's how many the guy had. And he's like, well, I don't want to go if Jessye doesn't get to go.
Oh.
Like, does that just break your little heart?
That's really sweet.
So then Jason tried really hard to get a ticket for me, and he got one.
Oh, that's really
How old
sweet.
is he?
He's like 13. He just got asked to twerps for the first time.
Oh.
Just like, what a happy life he has.
Get that girl's name. I'll threaten to break her legs.
I know her name is Sierra. And they've like she lives on the same street as them. They've like grown up together.
I'm like, I only have one Sierra experience, and she's like the most darling person. So
no, she's tiny, like literally the tiniest little human
so
I've ever seen.
my Sierra.
And
She's like elfish.
yeah, she's
Elven.
She's tiny.
What is the right word?
like just her legs are like this big around.
Just like a little pixie.
Yeah, and I like hope they get married someday because they're just
Is
have
it
the cutest
Sierra
little
with a
story.
C or a S?
S, I believe.
Mine's with a C. Also, she's like a grown-ass woman with kids.
Just like a grown ass woman.
So I don't think it's her.
This one's like 12.
Yeah.
So
No, different. Ooh, asking out the older man.
well, I mean, they're in the same grade. I don't know. She's 12 or 13. I don't even know how. Blake can't figure out how old Aiden is, and I really had it down at one point, but
Aiden,
because he
don't
would say the
listen.
wrong age all the time, and then
You
I
just
got
find out what
confused.
year he was born. And then you can, like, that's easy.
I wasn't there for that. Blake was, and he was like an old ass boy, so he should really know.
Yeah. But I mean, it is creepy probably to be like, how old are you?
Did I tell you about my experience with that?
I think so, but I don't know if you told me on the podcast, Brad.
A nurse came over to my grandma's house. Well, I wasn't there
Did
yet.
we talk about this?
Sounds familiar. I don't
I
know,
might have
but I
because it made me so upset.
But she just randomly asked you.
Yeah, I
how'd
like
you work?
walked in. She's like, "Oh, hi." My mom's like, "This is my daughter." She's like, "Hi, I'm so and so." Like, how old are you? Like, I didn't know that was a question you asked people when you met them,
You
like
gotta
as
come up with a
adults.
good answer. Like, well, I'm 24, but I have the mental capacity of an 8-year-old.
I always tell them I'm old enough to be your father. Doesn't matter how old they are.
That's fair.
Awkward, Brad.
Yeah. I mean,
The question itself is awkward, so.
Terminator
true.
rules.
That's
Cause I mean,
I'm
yeah.
just afraid to like mark on this and then have it not look good, and then I can't really erase it very well because it's like this specialty paper. But I'm just gonna go for it.
Well, I mean, if you do a stamp, you just have to touch it once and be careful.
No, I'm gonna write it.
I'm gonna write it.
No, I'm gonna stamp it.
Do you want to write it with a pencil? Or you want to write it with a pen? You
But a
wanna have
pen is like
some-
very permanent.
Yes. You want to stamp it? I have some long stamps that have like little whoops at the end that are writing.
Let's do it.
And I have a couple sets of them. So I probably have a cute one that will be appropriate.
I'll
for what
stamp
you're
these
going
bad boys.
for. Yeah. Okay, so I know I texted you guys last week, but I haven't told the people, the listeners. I figured out the word.
Oh, I was like, what did you text me? What is this big news?
So the word that I was like, because you're like, oh, I can't, like, I'm
But yeah,
always.
Brad's response was appropriate, I feel like. Go ahead.
No,
Go
I
ahead.
think that he's mistaking the meaning. So, no, I'm right. You're wrong.
FYHAWA.
What is it? FYHAWA.
FYHAWA.
So yeah, you like made a comment one day about, oh, I always am talking like there's so many people listening, and I'm like, no, you should do that. It's like the secret. Like we're projecting out into the universe that there's all these people listening to us. So that will come about, right? And then I kept trying to say like it was There's another word for the thing I'm thinking of. I couldn't think of what it was. And it's egregore. So this is the like definition, which apparently it's an occult concept representing a thought form or collective group mind. An autonomous psychic entity made up and influencing the thoughts of a group of people.
Yeah, see, I feel like that's like me and you saying, like, we're putting out into the world that we think that unicorns are black, and we make Brad and all his people think the same thing.
Right, but like if we're saying, I mean, people who are flat earthers have formed an egregore, right? Because there's a large group of people that are influencing the thoughts of other people.
I'll allow it.
And there's like this energy around a large group of people's thoughts.
Allow that.
Kind of thing? Yeah, thanks.
Allow that.
So...
Was it you guys I told that to?
Yes.
Okay, good. Allow that.
So I'm saying if we are saying like, oh, all these people listen to it, and then the people who are listening are like, oh, all these people listen to it, then like we start, pushing that out into the world. Right?
Okay, so we could just be like, last week we sent out a survey and you all said you wanted us to make cards this week. So thanks for listening.
That's right. Now we sound super popular. And it doesn't matter that Brad
1
was the
million
only one.
people said to make cards.
Brad was the only one who responded to the survey.
2 people said to make buttholes, and we said no. I'm so afraid for anybody to listen to that last podcast we posted.
No, the last one was okay. The one prior to that was kind of
whatever
rough.
one it was.
I'm number like, 28.
Blake's grandma might listen to this. Like, my boss might listen to this. And
honestly,
I'm like,
I think...
screw this goal. Put it in the both holes. I even kind of listened to that one. Blake was like, oh, good Lord. I was like, I remember this. I remember. I said all this stuff.
Well, yeah, I think Brad must have done a pretty good job editing. Like, it probably could have been much, much, much worse.
And I just kind of, like, I kept forwarding through, so I didn't even hear whole conversations, which was probably even funnier, to be honest. Because, like, at one point I forwarded, it was like, no, that's racist. And we're like, no. I'm like, that's racist. And I was like, who knows what we're talking about? And then I go over and I was like, and then, like, something about smells like pancakes. And that I texted.
Well, if your boss listens, then she'll know we talked about her story where she thought there was.
Yeah. Well, that boss doesn't listen. Yeah, and then Blake heard the part where I like texted him, and he's like, "You guys included that? What if your mom listens to that?" I'm like, then she's gonna know I asked for your cum sample. Like, she's not gonna listen. My mom ain't got no time.
Also, it is what it is.
I mean, we live together. If she doesn't know we talk about cum, then she's got problems.
She's way too naive. Yeah. Well, I was a little concerned because I remembered it was pretty rough. I mean, definitely marked very explicit.
Well, and then I went to a wedding this weekend and saw Haley Daniels.
She told me she saw you.
And I was like...
I work with Haley. Jessye
yes.
knows Haley from back in the day.
I was like, what's up? How's it to work with Tab? Like, that's literally the first thing. I'm not like, how have you been? I'm like, how do you like working with Tab? You know, she's like, I love her. She's great. She's like, she made me listen to your podcast. I'm like, oh, good Lord.
I didn't make her.
She said she was very specific. Like, one day she came to me and she was like, you need to listen to this. And she made me follow it. So now I listen.
Oh, okay. Well, I can be kind of pushy. Oh, no. What if I use my authority over her as her boss to force her to listen?
Well, she said she liked it. And I was like, oh, okay.
No, we were
cool, dude.
Talking one day and I said something about you and, you know, and I was like, oh, that's like, because sometimes I'm like, oh, I forget that you know Jessye, you know, because I was like talking about.
We knew like children's selves.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen her in years before this weekend.
Yeah.
Like a long time.
I just was like saying like, oh, Jessye and I, blah, blah. And then I was like, oh, yeah, you know Jessye. And then I was like, yeah, we do a podcast together. And she was like, what? You know, so then I was like, oh, I told her what it was. What just happened? spider?
I thought it was a bug, but I think it was just this little piece of paper that fell.
You really jumped.
I don't like bugs.
Really?
This skull,
Bugs are fine.
this one is cute.
The one where it's like the whole skeleton?
No,
Or is it
well,
just
I
skulls?
actually like this whole roll, to be completely honest.
It's pretty cute. She's going to check them all out.
I gotta see.
I
the
know,
ones-
it's kind of weird because the way the tags are on those, you can't see
one
one
of 'em.
roll.
Yeah.
Which is odd to me, but...
Well, and they don't even like peel right, so like I peeled it off, I still can't see it.
You can open it.
It says bone spit, spooky.
Bone spooky?
No, just spooky.
So nothing about bones at all?
No, there's a bone on there too. It says a lot of things. Okay, I'm saying everything it says. Bone spit is one thing.
Spit? What?
I don't think that's what it says, but
I don't think that's what it says either.
what the hell?
Well, Haley, if you're listening,
Thanks for watching. Thanks. What do we do?
thanks for listening. Also, don't feel obligated. Because now I feel kind of bad. Like I twisted
I told
your
you she
arm.
liked it. I just tried to give you a hard time because you're like, you go to everybody like at bars and are like,
Oh my gosh, I do.
follow our podcast.
It's so funny. I mean, the whole time we're out and Jesse's like running around and being crazy. Sometimes literally running around.
I just like to do cardio when I'm drunk.
I
okay?
know. That was, I think, the most surprising thing is I was like, Jesse's running.
I did 45 minutes of the Stairmaster. the other
Jesse
day.
doesn't run. I don't run. Yeah. Okay, let's hear what it says.
Oh, no wonder I couldn't read it. It's like, this is where like the tape ends. So it's not a
so
word.
It does say bone spit.
Bone spine, it says.
Spine.
Spooky. I'm gonna have to like peel
Death.
this.
I see a...
Chilling, tingling.
Oh.
Skeleton dance. Till death do us part.
Wow, that's lovely.
And then we're back to spooky.
Who is the person that came up with the phrases to put on the washi tape? Do you ever just wonder about that?
Yeah.
Like, who's that dude?
It's like in, have you seen
Skeleton Dance?
the skeleton dance? It doesn't say that. Oh, it
You
does.
just read Skeleton Dance to me.
I already forgot. No, I like, okay, what's the movie called where he's in love with some chick named 300 Days of Summer? 300 Days
Oh, yeah.
of Summer, is that what it's called?
500 Days of Summer.
That's like a movie. It's like my favorite movie of all time, and I don't know the name, so that's a problem. But he's like a greeting card writer.
JGL?
Yeah. And he's a
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
he writes greeting cards, and like ever since I saw that, I was like, that's what I want to like freaking do for a living.
And
but
it's
then
also Zooey Deschanel, isn't it?
yes,
I love her.
but then he also gets like hella angry, and then he's like trying to make Valentine's Day cards, and he was like, one of them is like F you or something, and it's funny. And
That's
I'm like,
a nice Valentine's Day card. I mean, it could be appropriate.
it totally.
I
could
bet
be.
it would sell out.
That probably is true, but
I'm gonna get chocolate molds in my asshole.
Okay.
And give
So...
them for Valentine's Day.
can you hear this, Brad? Please come and talk into the mic.
No, don't. That was the most awful thing I've ever
Why
heard.
would you choose your butthole?
Why not?
There's better things to get chocolate molds of.
It's easier for people to eat your ass than it is for
Okay.
I mean, if you did that, I
Brad,
would.
cut that out.
No. If you did that, I would laugh my butt off.
But would you eat the chocolate?
I would.
Okay, that's all I
Actually, wait.
No.
It's not.
Is the mold you make and then the chocolate goes in the mold after you like clean it, right? It's not like you pour chocolate, let it
No,
dry.
Yeah, no. It's make the mold, clean it, and like basically sterilize it. And
Right.
then pour in the melted chocolate.
I would eat
freeze it. And then.
I would eat it.
You know that if you get melting chocolate, you don't have to freeze it. It hardens at room temperature. I think this is the part of the whole process that I'm like,
That's like, don't put that shit in the freezer.
You're wrong.
I want your room temperature butthole.
But if you put it in the freezer, it ruins chocolate. It gets that white
Yeah.
weirdness and
Well, I meant in the fridge.
Poor
to
choice.
Cool it down.
Poor choice.
All right, I'll leave it on the counter.
I'll
yeah.
eat it. Would you eat it?
I think no.
Well, we know.
And I'm not even apologetic about it. I would if you handed me your chocolate butthole, I would say, yeah, no. You can keep that.
I would take it and I would eat the shit out of that.
Thank you, Jessye.
Eat the booty like groceries.
You guys are going to have to start a podcast that's like uber foul.
Where Brad and I just come up with every nasty thing we could ever think of.
Yes.
Like, where did that come from? Like, that's what my
Has
question
he been
is.
thinking about it for a long time?
He just- Brad just perks up and goes, I'm going to make you guys molds of my chocolate.
We can do nipples, Jessye.
Woo!
Brad, you have nipples too.
We seen them.
Sometimes we see them through your shirt.
You can't hide them. We seen the nipples.
I seen them.
That's why I wear pasties now.
Oh.
Tape
Like
that,
skin color?
tape that stuff down. Avoid
Avoid
avoid the chafing.
I'm not lying. See, now we're getting it out of control.
It's gonna get bad.
We're gonna start spiraling. But I've always wanted to wear nipple tassels. I need to get some of those.
I would wear some for sure.
I don't want to
Just
wear them
for
in front of
fun.
anybody, but I want to know if I can
Helicopter.
helicopter 'em around.
Let's get nipple tassels and do belly dancing classes. Because I feel like you could really incorporate that.
And you don't have to be fit to be a belly dancer. Trust me that.
I know. I've seen lots of performances where
The Chico belly dancers, they let it all hang out.
I want to be that free.
I know. Sometimes,
Sometimes aren't you just mad that I wish I had the fucking courage to just whatever.
yeah, you just see a girl in a crop top, and I'm
I'm
like,
like, you go, girl.
she's rocking it. I'm like, if I ever have
At
abs,
my skinniest, I
Right.
wouldn't do that.
if I ever have abs, I might consider it. I might
I
consider
still
it.
wouldn't. It made me so uncomfortable. And I'm like, yeah, you do that. I hate when people say she's too big to wear that. I'm like, what the fuck? If she's happy,
Do it.
what ifs? I mean, even I've had that attitude, but it's something society has built into us, We have to we gotta crush that.
Yeah. I saw a thing where Fat Amy, what's her name? Rebel Wilson.
Oh my god, I love her.
She is starting a new clothing line because she's it ticks me off sometimes. It's they
no
make
cute
they
clothes.
they make the same thing for somebody who wears a size 2 and just makes it bigger and bigger and bigger until it's something for a big girl, and she's
Right.
that something is not gonna look good
It's not flattering.
on a big girl as
Yeah.
it is on a small girl.
Right.
And she's half the time I get a size pant that fits me, but they not only do they make it wider, they make it longer.
Right.
She's
So it's
my legs aren't any longer than a normal human.
I'm not
I'm just
8
bigger.
feet tall.
Right.
Yeah.
So she's making her own clothing line for big girls.
I like it.
Yeah. I'm like, you go, girl.
That's awesome. Oh, we should talk about our studio upgrade.
We have these cool things that Tab surprised me with.
I just glued foam on the boards. We're gonna see how how it hears. Can we see how it hears this time?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna see what it sounds like this time, and then if it is making a good difference, I think I'm gonna just buy a shit ton of it and just put it all over the place. And Brad said I could murder someone in here and no one would know.
That would be what Brad would be thinking.
But
Be careful, they might rip off over there.
No, I think we're good.
'Kay.
It's just trifold boards. I just put them on there, so hopefully it helps because I have noticed even though sound-wise we are meeting up, we're a little echoey the last couple episodes still.
It's nice
So,
that the sound is working, though.
yeah, hopefully.
I like how I have no part in that anymore. I'm not kidding you. It's been...
Jessye just shows up,
Cool.
drinks, and crafts. She's super haps.
I'm happy.
Well,
I have somehow managed my way to snake out of all the responsibilities.
you have to come up with crafts every once in a while.
That's true, I do.
It's so hard.
I like these washi. Okay, I can't. I'm obsessed.
I know. It's bad.
But I like these ones that are like tags.
What was that?
The box.
Oh my gosh. Scare the hell out of me.
I thought your computer just like cracked in half.
It just clicked in.
Oh my jeez. But these are like tags.
It's a ghost.
So like it's
So
like,
you could washi tape on your Christmas tag and just write in there.
well, yeah, but these have skulls on them. I mean, you could pull that off.
I would do it. Especially with my Nightmare Before Christmas tree.
But like this one says date.
That just rolls right off the tongue. Nightmare Before Christmas tree.
Are you doing that again this year?
I think we're going to kind of expand into all things nerd this year. Cause,
Like Doctor Who and...
yeah, do you see my Doctor Who tree topper? It's sitting right there.
That doesn't have any meaning to me. It just looks like an angel covering her face.
A weeping angel. That's right. Good stuff. Good stuff.
I've never seen that show.
Yeah. Well, it's good. It's
That's
fun.
that's what I hear. I can't get into any more shows, okay?
I know.
Like, I spend so much time watching TV, especially during football season. I feel like Sundays are embarrassing for Blake and I. Embarrassing.
You're just
I get like
in pajamas.
800
and you
steps.
have nacho cheese just drip down the front of you.
The most walking we got 2 Sundays ago, we walked to the liquor store 3 times because it kept running out of alcohol. Like, that was the most walk I got. And it's like literally like 20 steps down the street.
That's great. Yeah. Well, I actually feel like I'm pretty caught up on a lot of shows, and I'm kind of in that like, well, what am I going to watch next? I haven't watched any of Grey's Anatomy this season, and I really have watched
They
all
were
of-
laughing.
He's yawning. We're boring him.
Brad wants to go. Okay.
I've really watched like the whole series, and I'm into it, but it always makes me cry, like every single episode. So, and like
Grey's
life's been,
Anatomy?
kind of
Same with This Is Us for me.
stressful and stuff lately, and I'm like, the last thing I want to do is cry. So I haven't watched any of them.
I cried last night on This Is Us. Like, sobbing.
Everybody does, I think. I think Adam cries. I think he watches that show without me.
I don't know how Blake does it. He doesn't. He manages to keep it together, and I just don't understand it. I'm like, you're cold.
He's a robot.
You're
He has
cold.
no emotion. All right, so
Goodbye.
follow us on all the places. You know what we really need? We need somebody to go write us some iTunes reviews. We don't have any.
What?
Yeah.
Those million people listening to us have not written one iTunes review?
Not a thing.
Even if you give me a bad review, I'll be like, you know what? Somebody took their time out of their day to tell us that we sound ugly as fuck.
Don't give us a bad review. I mean, we appreciate your time and that you listened. But if you have something, we're just humans like you. Don't tear us a new asshole over iTunes reviews. We don't need that.
I'm not really a human like everybody else. I'm like just like a step above. But
Yeah.
FYHAWA. What?
FYHAWA.
FYHAWA.
That's just so people know you're flipping your hair and walking away. You can say it out loud.
FYHAWA.
They don't have a visual for us here.
I can't wait
Yeah.
to say it at work.
So, if you
I'm
have
kidding,
it
by the way. I'm a normal human. Probably
in your
less
heart.
of one sometimes.
if you have it in your heart, to write us an iTunes review. We would love that and appreciate it so much. And until next time, drink up.
You got craft to do.
Bye.
Bye. Boo. Bye, Felicia.